Hi, this is Glenda. I saw this on the Paper Folds channel a couple of days ago and made them for my grandchildren, and they're fun. I've been kind of trying to think of whether it could be made into a happy birthday card or even just, I don't know, get well, play with this while you're bored, and yeah, no, that's a bit far-fetched. Anyway, they were fun. The measurements were all in metric, and I will put a link to the video where I saw it. I've made one in imperial measurements, and I've used methods more like what card makers use because we've got cool tools instead of having to laboriously use rulers and pencils and things so much. So I just thought I'd show you my version of it. What you need, except I've lost it, 2 pieces of card that are 4.75 inches square, and I've rounded the corners, and then you need 8 strips that are 1.5 by 8.5. Now if you're trying to use up some scraps, then by all means make 8 separate strips. If you want to take shortcuts and maybe make more than one of these, and you want to do 2 colours, then take a strip that is 8.5 by 6, and then we'll cut down the 1.5s. So what we want to do is score at half and 2 and 3.5 and 5 and 6.5 and 8. So if you're doing it on a single strip, you're just going to do it along the 8.5 inch side, and I'll put the measurements on the screen, but it was half, 2, 3.5, 5, 6.5 and 8, and you do that 8 times. Or, as I say, you do it this way. Then we need to put tape on to adhere it. So this way we can just do a long piece of tape like that. I had vague thoughts, did I want to make 110 of these for church show bags, and it's still a vague thought. It would be a lot of work. Just get rid of that one and grab a cutting board, and then I'm going to cut my piece here along that 6 inch side into 1.5 inch strips. So there's 1, 2, and 4, which is a whole lot quicker than doing 8 separate strips. So the other thing I have been doing is using up some of my incredibly large supply of tape. These particular metallic tapes I have probably had longer than I've had my children, who are now adults. But I'm using up some tapes, so washi tape or whatever you've got, or you can leave them plain. The original one did use some washi tape down the middle, and it makes it pretty. So just put some tape down, and I'm putting mine on the original version. They put it on after they had assembled it, and this I think is just quicker. If you can find the end of your tape, which disappears every time you use it on this metallic tape. And that's the end. I've finished another roll. No idea how exciting that is. I never seem to finish rolls of tape. I have all these tapes with this little tiny bit left. And don't worry that I'm mixing some colours here, because you really won't notice, and my 6-year-old grandson certainly won't care. I made these for all 3 of them yesterday, 10, 8 and 6, and they thought they were great. But my littlest grandson got the first prototype, so I'm making him a nice fresh one. And green's his favourite colour. So then we're going to fold these on our score lines. And here's my other 8 strips. So to assemble, I'm going to take one of each colour and just take the backing off the tape. And where I'm joining it is in the middle strip of this one. So I'm going to put it on the underside of here, like that. And then we roll it round and put it on the other side like that. So you've got this guy looking like this. Take the ends off this one, and it's going to come up to the matching spot on here. And to the matching spot there. You're going to do that 4 times. Now I'm also using my bone folder just to make sure it's nice and flat, and I'll put these other ones together, and I'll either come back or fast forward or do something to spare you watching me do all of them. Okay, so then we're going to join these together. You want to use some strong glue because, trust me, the kids will pull on it. First thing they did was see how far they could stretch it. So I'm going to use some Tombow Extreme. It'll work, which is the same as Fast Fuse from Stampin' Up, with a little bit of white glue in for good measure. And then you want to layer them just on top of each other like that, with the colours at opposites. So we're going to do all 4 like that. Okay, so for the end pieces, I've just used a pencil to mark the centre, a ruler and a pencil to find the centre and mark it. If I was making a number of these, I would make a template, so I didn't have to do that every time. And I had a pokey tool here a minute ago, there it is. I'm just going to poke a hole in the middle and take a piece of string, any sort of string. I'm just going to use a needle threader, but you can use a hook, or didn't get the hole in the middle. Sorry, that's because I'm filming and wasn't paying enough attention. You do want the hole to be in the middle. Yeah, whatever you've got to help you get the string through the hole. tie a knot. Pull it back through and put a piece of sticky tape on it. And I've already tied a knot in the other end. So then these are just going to go in the middle like this. Again, we need some strong adhesive, so I think this time I might use some Tombow and some hot glue. And the same on this one. You could equally use white glue. Just don't give it to the kids straight away if the glue hasn't taken, because I was running to a deadline to get it to them before they went home. So then when it's done, you've got the advantage of folding it flat. This is why I'm thinking some sort of card, a greeting card, to be able to use it for that. But that is so cool. Then it'll spin back on its own the second time. The kids did, like, they really pulled as far as they could when they first got it. Well, the 10-year-old certainly did. Yeah, so that's my offering. I'm grateful to the channel that put it up. It was fun and easy and cheap and change. So hopefully that's of interest to somebody to make for kids or adults, as the case may be. Thanks for watching.